Okay, so the date was great. I mean, really great. The conversation just flowed, you were both laughing, and you felt that little spark. But now you're in the aftermath. That weird, quiet, digital space where it's just you and your phone, locked in this silent battle of wills. And the stakes, they feel surprisingly high, don't they? Because how you follow up, that can matter just as much as the date itself.
We've all been there. You know the feeling. Just completely stuck in that post-date limbo, replaying every little thing that was said, overthinking every word. But what if there was a simpler way? A clear roadmap for this whole thing. A way to show you're interested without playing those tired old games or, losing your cool. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build that roadmap together right now so you know exactly what to do next.
All right, the date's over, you're home, and the clock is officially ticking. This first little window of time, it's probably the most important one. And let's just be crystal clear about something. The old rules, they are long gone. They just don't apply anymore.
The entire playbook for this has been flipped on its head. I mean, we used to have this 3-day rule, right? This idea that waiting made you seem more mysterious, more desirable. Yeah, that's over. Today, it's all about the 2-hour rule. In the world we live in now, waiting 3 days doesn't make you look mysterious, it makes you look disinterested. A quick, timely message is actually a sign of confidence. It shows respect for their time and your own.
So what does that first text even look like? Well, something exactly like this. It's perfect. It's simple, it's polite, and there's absolutely no pressure. You're not asking for anything. You're not planning the wedding. You're just confirming you had a nice time. Sending this within a couple of hours is the sweet spot because it feels casual and it lets them get back to you on their own terms. Totally different from a phone call, which can feel way too intense right after first date.
Okay, so you sent the text. You did it. Now comes the hard part, the waiting. And this next phase isn't really about what you do. It's all about what you don't do. It's about learning the art of navigating silence with a little patience and some really solid boundaries. And here it is. This is the question, isn't it? This is where all the doubt and the anxiety starts to creep in. You sent that perfect, low-key text, you followed the rules, but your phone is just silent. So what does that silence actually mean? And what, if anything, is your next move? The answer is so simple, but it can be really tough to accept. You do nothing. You have to respect the silence. In the world of modern dating, you got to understand that the absence of a reply is a reply. It's its own form of communication. Sending that follow-up text, the dreaded double text, it almost never works in your favor. It just kind of undermines your own confidence and can feel a little desperate. You have to trust that if they're interested, they will find the time to write back. But hey, let's flip the script. What if you do get that positive response? They texted back, the vibe is good, the energy is there. Awesome. Now the whole game shifts. You're not waiting anymore. You're actively building on that momentum. This is how you confidently guide things toward that second date. This little 3-step process is basically your best friend here. So within a day or two, you check in. But step 2 is key. You reference something specific that you two talked about. A funny story, an inside joke, something you both noticed. It proves you were actually listening. And then you pivot right to step 3 and suggest a concrete plan. It just takes all the guesswork out of it for them. And this is what that looks like in the wild. It's a perfect text. Notice the 2 key things happening here. It calls back to a specific detail, that Italian place, and it offers a specific plan. How does Thursday look? This is so powerful because it makes it incredibly easy for them to just say yes. Asking something vague like, "Want to hang out again?" just puts all the work on them. A specific invitation shows you're confident and you know what you want.
And the timing here really is everything if you want to keep that energy alive. You've got to ask for that second date within about a week of the first one. That 3 to 5 day window, that's the sweet spot. If you wait any longer than that, you really risk that initial spark just fading away into a nice memory. Now we get to what I think is the most empowering part of this whole thing. Look, real confidence in dating, it doesn't come from playing games. It doesn't come from memorizing tactics. It comes from clarity, from being authentic, and from having the self-respect to know when to just walk away. It's really helpful to have the right words for what you might be experiencing. Ghosting. That's just abrupt. Radio silence. But the slow fade is a little more insidious, right? It's this gradual withdrawal of energy. The texts get shorter, they take longer to arrive. Recognizing these patterns isn't about blaming them. It's about empowering you so you can stop investing your own precious energy where it's clearly not being returned.
And remember, this is a two-way street. If you're the one who's just not feeling it, sending a clear, kind message like this is an act of profound respect. It's respectful to them, but it's also respectful to yourself. It gives everyone closure, it protects your energy, and it lets you both move on without all that draining, weird ambiguity.
So after all of these rules and timelines and strategies, what's the one big thing you should take away from all this? It's this: authenticity beats strategy every single time. You can try to master all the tactics in the book, but at the end of the day, playing the game is just exhausting. People can sense when you're being genuine. And a real connection? That's the only strategy that actually leads to something real.
So let's bring it all home with one final quick checklist. Do text within 2 hours, don't wait 3 days. Do suggest a specific plan for date number 2. Don't double text if you're met with silence. And above all, just be you. Stay authentic. Because in the end, clarity and kindness, those are the true power moves. They give you the confidence to build a real connection and the grace to walk away when it's not right. So the next time you're staring at that screen, maybe the question isn't what's the right move, but what's the most honest one?